Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. How are you today? Hi, Susan. Hi, Lisa. Happy working. Huge hugs right back to you. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Sherry. How are you? So, I didn't get a lot done this weekend because we went camping. And we left on Friday and we did a chicken barbecue for somebody because, that's what my honey does kind of, or used to do a lot. Now he doesn't really do it much anymore, but we cooked some chicken for some people and delivered that on Saturday. And Sunday we kind of hung out, and then yeah, we had a good time. It's nice and relaxing. And then Sunday we took Addison to camp. Gosh, that camp is gorgeous. It's a YMCA camp on the lake. It's beautiful. So she was very excited. It was kind of it was sad for her mother because we've all been there. Like, you take all their stuff and she had this big tote on wheels and a bag and all this stuff, and we hauled it up to the cabin that she was in, and her mom wanted to help her like set up her bunk and all of that. And she's 11 and she's like, no, I can do it, I'm good. She's very independent now. Plus the other mothers there had left too, so she didn't want to feel, I don't think, embarrassed that her mom was there. So she kind of told her, I'm good. My daughter was like, "Oh, this is heart crushing." I said, "I know, been there. You did that to me." so, so she showed a little independence there, and um, didn't want to be embarrassed. So sent her mom on her way. So the whole way out, she was like so sad. I said, Jessica, that's part of growing up. That's what they do. Oh. Hi, Joe. How are you doing? Yeah, those camp counters are gorgeous. I was very impressed because the girls have gone a couple of years, but I had never taken them and walked in there. They're beautiful. The cabins are gorgeous. And I said, wow, you're going to have a fun week here. Absolutely stunning. Your quilts go to the fairgrounds. Oh, how exciting, Susan. I've never done that ever. I should someday, maybe. Oh, I bet yours are going to be beautiful. I hope you win a ribbon. You do all that hand quilting, though, so you should. Your oldest daughter has a grandchild, so it's been a while. Yeah. Good morning, Jim. Yeah, YMCA is gorgeous. I could not afford to send a child there. Addison's paternal grandfather actually sends them for like a Christmas present. It's well over $1,000 for a week. I was like, whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. But she'll have a great time. Great Christmas present too, right? Although you got to wait for it, but well worth it. Not something I could afford. You'd be going out back in the woods with a with a tent and a little sleeping bag. That would be my idea of sending you camping. Oh. So anyway, we dropped her off yesterday, and she'll be gone until Saturday when we pick her up. Morning, Deb. How are you? So, the, anyway, that was a big for her mother, But I said, that's the way it is. Wait, it only gets better. So that was our weekend in a nutshell. So I didn't get a lot of sewing done. I did get farther on my table runner, and I'll show you that in a minute. And I did 2. I was going to do 3. I was going to do 1 for me too, but then I got sick of doing those leaf blocks. Imagine, I got bored with it. Who knew? Who knew? Fighting sugar ants. Ugh. Ugh. So I did get 2 things in the mail, one of which was the border for this one, because I wanted to go with a lighter purple around the border, because there's a narrow black border, right? And then a wider, lighter border, and then where are those blocks? Did I just lose them? Oh no, right here. These go in the corners, the star blocks. So I have my 4, one of which I sewed to an extra one of these, so I have to take it off. But at least I don't have to make another one, right? Because this poor quilt has been nothing but short on everything, because apparently I can't count correctly. So I ordered that, and I'll show that to you in a minute. And then the binding, I had the black on black, but that's it. Ran out of everything else. Oh, they got in the ear and the cereal, but nothing else. Oh, good. Nothing else. But still, ooh. Hi, Sheila. How are you? Good morning. So I got that in the mail. And then I had to order binding fabric too, because I am almost out of purple. I know, I can't believe it. It's true. It's true. So I ordered from Marshall's, one of my faves, Marshall's Quilted Twins, and it's the other one I order from all the time. 1,000 of Bolts out of Ohio. So I wanted a lighter purple. That isn't it. To go around the edge, and it's a big border, like 6.5 inches, right? So it'll be 6-inch finished, but that should set it off. And then these blocks go in the corner, so see, it'll be like that with the inner black border. But I think I didn't want to go dark, so I wanted to go, imagine a black border around it, and then this and this wider, lighter purple, and then the 4 corners with those stars. And then for the binding, I went darker. I went with this purple polka dot for the binding. I think it'll look good. So I have that finally, so I can do that. I have all my rows done for Summer Moon, and I had to order white on white to go around that. I am almost out of white on white, believe it or not. And thanks, Katie. How are you this morning? I think it'll look good. So I have that to do this week at some point. It's on my list. And here's the clinker. This is the other thing I ordered. had this machine for, gosh, almost 10 years, I want to say. And I was down to, I think I told you guys about it last week. I'm down to 2 bobbins. Well, last week I dropped a bobbin and I heard it clink because right behind you is a pellet stove. And I heard it clink on the tile part. Hi, Terry. Good morning. And then I didn't see it. So I knew, just my luck, it went under the pellet stove. And I couldn't hold the flashlight to see under there. Here I am lying on the floor, dying, looking under there for this stupid little bobbin because I only have 2. Finally, luckily, Sophia came along. I mustered myself back up off the floor, which is a chore. And she's a little more limber and much more younger. She got under there with her cell phone light, her flashlight part, looked under there, found it, drug it out for me. So I said, well, I've had enough of this. I've got to finally order bobbins for this machine. And I got some plastic ones, but they were the wrong size. They were not it. So it's a whole thing. Hope these fit. It said they would, but we will see. I hope. Ordered them off Amazon. So please let them be the right ones, please. Well, they look right, but Because I think when you buy these machines, they come with like 5, right? It's been 10 years. I lost a few. I got my most recent order on Saturday. Now I'll be able to revamp this. Oh, neat. Good, Susan. Yeah, I like Marshalls. They're pretty good. Well, it looks okay. Let's see. It even came in a nice little case. This is good. Best way to find out. Oh, I hope. If it fits in here, we're golden. We'll drop it. That's great. Okay. Ooh, we're in business. Nice and flat. It'll fit. Yay. That's wonderful. I have more than 2. Yeah, it takes metal bobbins. It can take plastic ones too, I thought. And I thought I ordered the right size, but no. I think these are L bobbins, if I remember correctly. If I remember right. Okay, get rid of you. Let's put you back. All right. Okay. Put you in here. There. That problem is solved. I have more than 2. Okay. Your phone is acting up. Shame on that. Shame on that phone. So I did manage to get the 6 blocks done. Now I'm tired of it. So maybe I'll make mine different. Give the girls each one of these. So what I did was finish the leaf blocks. I put two going, downward and then one going upward. So, and then these were all 2.5-inch strips that I had cut already. So I just sewed them together willy-nilly, very random, and sets of 4, I think. Yeah. And then cut those into 2.5-inch strips and just sewn them together. So that's that. And now I'm going to do a basting stitch around the edge so these don't pop open, because that would be upsetting while I'm quilting it. And I'm probably just going to do, diagonal lines. Nothing crazy, nothing too complicated. Thanks, Jamie. How are you? Good morning. Um, and that'll be good. And then I have some scrappy oranges left that I didn't use much of. And I'll cut these apart, cut 2.5-inch strips, and just do a scrappy orange binding all the way around, I think. I think that'll work. So that's the plan. It looks like a Lori Holt leaf. It's not. It's not. It was a free pattern on the internet, and I can't find it. I don't know. But they're all 2.5-inch finished. I don't know. I know it's not a Lori Holt one though. So that's how far I got. Hi June, how are you? Thanks, Sherry. Ears popping. I don't know what's up with that. So that's as far as I've gotten. I have the other one together too, but I don't have the scrappy dog is doing the scrappy border on it yet. So I still have to do that. And I have some of it made. I'm going to see how far this takes me before I do more. Got quite a bit here. So that's probably what I'm going to work on today. Maybe get them quilted up tomorrow. Bind them and be done with that plastic bag project. Yeah, I love fall colors. I think they're great. So that's what I'm going to work on today. And then hopefully this week I can get those 2 tops done. Summer Moon, which all the rows are there. I haven't put them together yet. And that purple quilt. Oh no, Melanie. You're shaking your head. Oh. Ugh. That's no fun, for sure. I'd be bleaching everything, everything in the kitchen. Hi, Jess. How are you? Students are packing up, heading to their next class. Yeah, we do miss you, Jess. We miss you hanging out with us. But she's there. She's there on the replay for sure. Hanging sleeve and stitch it and call it done. There you go, Susan. Yeah, I've had trouble with mice too. That's part of living in the country, I think, especially in the winter. I'd love a cat, but then maybe I should get a cat. The only thing I don't like about a cat is the litter box. Oh, fire ants. Yeah, no kidding. That is no joke. Oh, so you can't have cats though? Oh, that's too bad, Terry. That's too bad. I really like one. Just just if it was a mouser, knowing my luck, it wouldn't do the job, and you know that would be my luck. I do like them, but so let's see how far this is going to get me. Just guesstimating. It might get the sides. Might have to sew more. Oh yeah. Industrial spray. Oh, I didn't know they had such a thing. I've never had fire ants though. Just plain old black ants. So start sewing this on. I didn't really measure this, being kind of lazy about it actually. But lately, math hasn't been my thing. Short on blocks, not enough blocks. So I'll just sew this till the end and unstitch it and do it down the other side, I guess. Best way to go about it. So that and I can't mess it up. Well, I could mess it up, but at least I won't be short, which seems to be, excuse me, the last week or two seems to be the theme of the week. Not enough blocks. For some reason. The other one was perfect. This one isn't going to be. which I'm not going to worry too much about. These are just for my daughter, so they're not going to be too judgmental. Actually, judgmental at all. So, like this one was a little short, so I just cut it off. But I think with it being so scrappy, you're not going to really notice, you know. You and I know it, but they won't. They won't even realize it. So I'm just going to start here, down the other side. And this doesn't use up all that fabric, but it used a good chunk of it. Could use it. See, I like Halloween and all that, but you can't, you know, it's like a month you can use it. Where this you could use probably right up, in my opinion, till Thanksgiving, I think. But at least it gets rid of that fabric, the majority of it, and the girls will like it. Or at least they'll tell me they like it. And maybe I'll make another one for me. I don't know. By the time I get done with quilting these two, maybe I'll say, well, I'll make one more. But I was tired of doing half square triangles. So I said, well, I got enough for two. I'll do two. Okay. All right. Now I have to make more. Well, maybe I have enough. Well, if I join these two. Yes, it's cooler today here. For sure, Terry. I think it's supposed to be in the 80s. I was out early this morning and it was 60, 66. I was like, oh, it's a little chilly out here compared to our 90s that we've had, right? If you wipe the path with vinegar, the other end. Oh, that's good to know, Sheila. Too bad that doesn't work with mice. Put bait out and they came in droves. Yeah, dogs with their constant curiosity. Yeah, I hear you there. My guy was very upset with Levi yesterday. I'm like, but you can't do this. We were home and we had brought home chicken halves, that we had done at the campground. And he ate one and left it on the side table in the living room, and walked away from it. And Levi, of course, he usually doesn't touch things, but that chicken bone was just too much for him. It was too tempting. And he took it and he ate it. And chicken bones aren't good for dogs because they shatter, but he seems all right. He's fine today. I guess he got lucky. But he was very upset with the dog, and I said, well, that was just too darn tempting for him. He was a good boy at camp, though, except for the occasional barking at people or other dogs, but he was good. He had fun. Slowly training him into being around people. Most of his life, we lived in the country, and I never go anywhere. So I never took him anywhere. That was a mistake on my part. I'm just taking this little piece off that I cut, that I just sewed and trimmed so that I can sew these together. So that's totally my fault. That's why he's not used to riding in the car. I mean, he only used to go in the car to go to the vet. And the little guy just turned, well, he's not little. He just turned 13. So he's an old dude. He's got grays on his face, and I noticed the other day when we were sitting out on the deck, his little paws are getting gray. But he doesn't act old, that's for sure. Do ya? He acts like a 2-year-old. I need new glasses, that's for sure. Up close, I can't see diddly with them on. So my bifocals have definitely changed for sure. Fun stuff when you're over 50. Fun stuff. Just fun. Okay. Is this going to be long enough? Probably not. Maybe. Let's see. Thankfully, not very many spiders. You know what I don't like? I don't like stink bugs. When they fly, they look huge. For sure. They look, I don't know, monstrous. When they land, they're not as big, but I'll rip off this one. Not a fan of those things. And I don't remember them being a thing. I don't know where they came from, but as a kid, I don't remember stink bugs at all. At all. Not even 10 years ago do I remember stink bugs. So where did they come from? They're pterodactyl looking to me. They're like Stone Age looking things. Did they come from the south? I don't know. Okay, almost got this one ripped off so it'll fit. So I have been doing a lot of starching too, because my Unity squares came in Friday for this month, and those definitely need to be starched because they end up being 1.5 inch half square triangles with the paper, and they behave much better when they're starched. So since last night, I've been a starching mad woman. Oh, I did that wrong. I measured that one wrong. No, I didn't. Okay, this one's bigger. So I'm going to put it on the bottom. The piece strip is just a tad bigger. So I'm hoping if I put it on the bottom, the feed dogs will do their job. And it'll fit just nice. Let's hope. Let's hope that works. Okay. All right, you're not behaving. So I'm going to pin it. I have pins over here. Just one pin to get me started. There. Okay. I pin the end too. Just cause. All right. Take that pin out. Okay. That worked. Even matched up. How about that? That's fabulous. Don't you love those little tricks? Um, Now one more side. See if I have enough strips here. They fell. I'm like, where'd they go? What's Tira? Hi, June. Let's mix these up here. See if I have a bigger piece. Only have that one end to do. Oh, this might make it. Put you over here. Okay. Let's see. I just dropped a pin. There it is. Okay. So I just have this one end to do. I should have pressed these, but I didn't. So I'm just trying to make sure they all go the way I want them. All right. Take that pin out. All right. And I'll make my way over to the ironing board. Okay. One more side. Okay. Hi, Susan. How are you? Yes, we're all thinking about you and your hubby today. Hope everything goes well. In our thoughts and prayers. So, now all I have to do before I quilt this is, because I don't want my seams to pop on these borders. So I'm just going to do like a loose basting stitch really close to the edge. So when I bind it, you don't see it, right? So take this up to 3. Do it this way so I don't flap my seams. We'll just go around it. Kind of hold those down. Eat something. Just a minute. Oh, goodness. Let him out. Yeah, he's a crybaby, all right. I don't know if I'd classify him as that. A barking baby, maybe. He's something else. Oh, I picked up my next leader ender. Bleeder Ender quilt, which was what that purple one was. I did most of that Bleeder Ender style. The next one is all half square triangles. Mostly. I think I need like well over 1,000. So that'll be a good Bleeder Ender quilt. Kind of gathered the fabrics for it, but I haven't started cutting it yet. Maybe this afternoon. Gotta be in the right mode to cut. Cutting is not my favorite part. I never cut a whole quilt at once, ever. Because I want to hurry up and get stitching. I can't stand cutting for some reason. So for those people that do cut a whole quilt at once, you're my hero. I'm not one of those people. There seems to be a nice breeze here today too, Terry. Sunny. Love it, love it. We were supposed to get rain yesterday. We really need rain. Seriously. We got like sprinkles. No help at all. None. My brother's cutting my field here. Cut some last week. And he cut some yesterday. Usually he lets it grow for a second cutting of hay. But he was mowing it yesterday because his field where his cows are is burnt. Right? So there's nothing for them to graze on. So, and with them stomping on it or whatever, nothing has a chance to grow. So instead of getting a second cutting of hay over here, it's about maybe 2 foot high. He's mowing it and putting it in a wagon for the poor things so that they have something to graze on besides, in between their feedings or whatever. So usually doesn't do that. Usually does our whole field over here into like 20-pound bales for like women that have horses, and they can't carry those great big bales. But because we're in such a drought, he's got to do something for his cows. So did I do all that? Yeah, I did. Okay, so I did my little, I don't know if you can see it, just a little stitching around the edge to keep those so they don't pop. It's 60 degrees and cloudy there right now. Yeah. A breeze is sometimes such a welcome thing, isn't it, Terry? Even if it does blow the quilt off the couch. I understand totally. So here's the other one I have to do. I have to do the same thing. Yeah, it's great. I love days like this. And thankfully, we didn't cut our grass too short. So our grass isn't brown. But, you drive around, you can see the people that cut it too short. It's brown. It hasn't grown either. So I think we've mowed in a week. Which gives a nice little break. We'll take it. It's the only thing good about no rain. I ran some errands this morning. Went by a little farm stand. We haven't had sweet corn yet. And usually we'll have sweet corn the 4th of July, right? I'm starting to see sweet corn come out now, which is crazy. Which is well over a month, almost 2 months late. $10 a dozen. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. $10 a dozen. Yikes. Usually buy a bunch and freeze it, cut it off the cob, parboil it, cut it off the cob, freeze it. I won't be doing that this year. I forget what it was last year, maybe $6, $5, somewhere in there. I used to do a lot of canning, and I don't much anymore. A lot more, I have the bag sealer, so a lot more freezing. It's a lot less work, I think. And it's easy just to, squish them flat, can put them in the freezer. Store a lot more, I think, in less space, right? Hard to sew that narrow. I'm going to go grab him before he starts barking more. It's up there. Hi, Sandra. Good morning. All right, go lay down. Be good. So where did I leave off? Before I was interrupted. Sir? I think I have one more side. No, maybe two more. So maybe today, with it being cooler, like I don't even have the air on yet. And which is not the way it's been the last month. I will make some cookies. I haven't baked in forever because it's been so hot. Even with the air, it's like I don't feel like doing it. So maybe I'll bake some cookies today. It's like my favorite thing to bake. Besides cake. Love me some cake. Probably chocolate chip. Notice I have a bag of chocolate chips up there, so maybe I'll do that today. That'll be fun. Hi, Kathy. How are you? March of 2026. Wow. Who's having the baby, Sandra? Would that be a sister for D or a brother for D? Or is it your other grandchild? Is Dee going to have a co-host for her YouTube channel? Is she going to have a co-host and you're going to be booted third? You'll have to tell us. Mhm. So did I do all this? Yes, I did. Okay, so 2 of these. Yay me. I might do one more. No co-host. Darn, that would have been so fun. No. Oh. Well, congratulations. My goodness. Your family's just growing and growing and growing. That's great. So, thank you. Yes. I was going to do one for me and then I got tired of doing them. Maybe I will because I do have a bunch of strips left. I should just do 3 more blocks and quit belly aching about it, right? And use up most of that fabric. So, I might. I should. Then I won't put that fabric back away, right? It'll be used. So we have 2. If you don't, you will regret it. True. True. I should just suck it up and do it. While it's fresh in my head what I did. Because who knows where the pattern is for that? Who knows where it came from? I know it's not a Lori Holt because I didn't have her books back then. Um, so it was probably a free pattern off the internet. Runners and bed runners, right? I like I call them door quilts. Put, 3 together, put a border around it, and hang it on the inside of the door, not on the outside. Because where I live, people go by 80 miles an hour and they don't see it anyway. So I'll put it on the inside of the door so I can enjoy it. That's my thought. I don't care what other people say. They don't notice it anyway. My my house sits kind of far back from the road, but people go on this road because it's a country road, like it's a NASCAR time trial or something. So I like to make door banners and hang them on the inside. Yeah. I couldn't even have room for your elephant quilts on my walls. I don't have enough wall space. Those are huge. Oh my gosh. Coda, Aspen, Cada, house they're fostering 10-week-old twins. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine. Twin humans? Holy moly. Wow. There's not a dull moment in that house. Mm-mm. They would blow away in like 45 minutes. I know. I know. Well, I have a screen door too, so you wouldn't even see it, right? So I hang them on the inside. And they're for me to look at. I don't care what everybody else thinks. Sherry was long arming. Yeah, I know. I'm in awe. That is that is a house full, Sandra. 5 at 5. 5 under 5. 5 at 5 and under. When imagine the money you spend on diapers though, because those are not cheap. Not cheap at all. Oh, and then the potty train. Oh my gosh. I'm exhausted thinking about it. Mm, I can't imagine. So maybe I'll have those quilted tomorrow. So I'm just going to do a diagonal line, maybe like 2 inches apart or something. And I should make 3 more blocks for me and do one for me. Because if I don't put it on my table, I could put it on my pellet stove. I'll use batting or flannel, probably batting. Probably Franken batting, actually. Because I have pieces. I probably have enough pieces. I don't even have to do that. That were cut offs from quilts. Just do that. Although for the backing, who is it? Sweet Home Sewing. I watch her a lot. Channel. She uses drop cloths for runners, wall hangings. It's not a bad idea. Um, Cost effective, right? So I might try that. I might run down to I don't know, Lowe's or one of those silly tools places and get a drop cloth and try that on the back. Because you're not going to cuddle up on it. It's just laying on a table or wherever. Be great for placemats and that kind of stuff. Yep, great way to use that stuff up. They drag their feet. Yeah, you're right, Sandra. You're right. I will post the squirrel if I can. Yeah, we want to see the squirrel. Share. So anyway, that's about all I have for today. I didn't think I'd get that far. But I think I'm going to go buy a drop cloth and try that for the backing. So sorry for those babies. Yeah, me too. Me too. Well, everyone, that's about all I have for today. I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you around on the interwebs. Okay. Hopefully, I'll have these done by Wednesday and be able to show you. It's a goal. Goals are good. Four at home and other twin. Good morning, Richard Stitcher. How are you? I was just getting off here. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for stopping by. See you later, Sheila. Have a great day. I'll see y'all around and definitely come back Wednesday and we'll do it all over again. All right. Thank you all. See you soon. Have a great week. I'll see you midweek. Thank you. Bye-bye.